Hey everyone, so this is a quick presentation of the work that I was able to accomplish over the course of this semester. To begin, this was part of the line drawing assignment. I was able to pick a few and just show a little bit of the process and kind of the final process of my work. This one was pretty fun, although probably wasn't my favorite as far as composition is concerned. But it was nice to be able to see the overall growth from the first assignment to the final assignment. This one here is also a part of the same assignment, which I actually do like quite a bit more. I think I just work a little bit better in black and white than having some extra color and things to worry about. Also, I love Lucy, so that was probably my favorite one to work on. And this here is Claire Keane, mentioned before in my previous assignment. She is the concept artist for Rapunzel, also probably one of my favorite animated movies, Disney movies. So this was just fitting for me to include her into my assignment. This here was the grayscale and colorized assignment. So this here just shows different variations between the original all the way to the colorized. This one actually had a lot of fun with. I think, again, the grayscale probably has to be my favorite. The colorized was a bit challenging, especially trying to do it digitally. But overall, I really liked the challenge, and overall, I think it turned out pretty well. Now, this is the logo design that I had for my own brand, which I realize is much harder to try to create your own logo than it is to do for someone else. But I was able to create a lot of variation, which I thought was really fun. And I kind of surprised myself with the different styles and things that I ultimately ended up with. This here is some additional variations. I added some color and things, but once we really got into animating, I really had fun in creating that animation, but also kind of simplifying it a little bit and still making it unique to my own brand, we'll say. But overall, this assignment was actually really fun, pretty easy, and allowed for a lot of creativity. So I was definitely happy with that. But those are just a couple variations there. Then for the holiday card, this one was also really fun too. I felt like I had a lot of creative freedom in here. I know there were some variations that I had worked throughout the process, but overall, I really enjoyed the assignment. And this year kind of gives you an idea of the process I took. To the left, I know Chef was more in favor of that one, which I do like. I'm not saying I don't, but the final project I kind of liked just because maybe the color was a little bit darker. I think that's what I favored a little more, and just the overall detail with the lights and stuff. So overall, this was a really fun project, and I was happy to be able to do this not only for the class, but also for the competition. So that was a lot of fun. And then this here is just a recap of the mood board that I created for my spread. So this just has some illustrations, some color schemes, and kind of the overall concept I was going with. Then I have some of those sketches again, just to kind of brainstorm some different ideas and variations. This one here, I did struggle a little bit with trying to get the perspective right, so you'll see at the end how that all played out. This here is the cover, which I kind of wanted to replicate Lucky Peach and kind of the scattered text throughout. And then actually that is a photograph I took, which I then sketched over and added color and things of breakfast that I had made a couple months ago. So I thought that was actually really fun to do. And then this here is the spread overall. So you'll see that the perspective I chose was kind of just face forward. It was a little bit easier for me to do. I did struggle with a little bit of the proportions. But yeah, overall, this was a lot of fun too. The drawing I have of my grandfather, I did use as this was from a reference photo, so I really tried to get as much detail while still kind of keeping that cartoonish illustration as well. And as you can see here, this is the final spread and the cover. I did use Lucky Peach magazines as a reference to try to replicate something similar, and this is kind of an overall simplistic view. I wanted to make sure that the text was legible on my spread, so I did opt for kind of a simple background, and I wanted to add personalized text and things just to give it a little bit of character, but this is the overall final product. And then I wanted to include just some quick mock-ups just so you could see what it looks like in real life. Thanks. And as you can see here, this is the final spread and the cover. I did use Lucky Peach magazines as a reference to try to replicate something similar, and this is kind of an overall simplistic view. I wanted to make sure that the text was legible on my spread, so I did opt for kind of a simple background, and I wanted to add personalized text and things just to give it a little bit of character, but this is the overall final product. And then I wanted to include just some quick mock-ups just so you could see what it looks like in real life. Thanks.